All right. It is time for another weekly project update down here at St. Simon's Elementary. Starting things off as I have in past on the interior of the campus. You can see it looks a lot different though. We've got our bell tower formed up for a little bit of concrete that we've got to serve it, and we have put into place the majority of our walking / running track. I'm gonna go kind of slow here, not to make anybody dizzy. You can see that we've left out sections of our sidewalk that our canopy will be installed in, and sections of our sidewalk for our running track, so that we can still continue to get heavy machinery in here. Running track looks really good. As I make my way around here back to where we started, you will see that we've got our supplementary sidewalks that will serve the bell tower, and from our other sidewalks that have canopies to our running track formed up. If I walk over here to where our roof drip edge drainage is at, you can see that we're still working on it. One thing that you will see this week is that it is a totally different configuration, design configuration, than what it was last week. And the reason for that is because we emphasized to our owner that the use of pea gravel and CMU block next to a walking surface with students probably won't turn out well for your glass windows right next to it. Students will be prone to picking up the rocks and carrying them with them. So instead, what we're going to do is we are going to continue to have our drains to serve our roof edge. However, we are going to form it up and pour a concrete flume. So that's what's going on the interior of the campus. The other noteworthy thing here, talking about heavy machinery, is that we've got a man lift on site. And the reason we have a man lift on site is because we have begun to install glass in our windows, and you can see that here. A little bit of glass going in, which is great. That'll be complementary to our critical path as far as building dry-in, so we can start thinking about finishes. Speaking of finishes, let's make our way over to the cafeteria and our classrooms to see what's going on inside. All right, I'm standing in the cafeteria. We have talked about our wood trusses here being a big problem, and I am happy to announce that today I wrote a PO to Coastal Truss to get us 33 new wood trusses, and we have that expected to be on site sometime next week. We'll get rolling with demolition and new trusses and our re-roofing efforts. That's really the meat and potatoes of what has gone on in the cafeteria. We're obviously not going to do things like hang sheetrock on the wall before we have a new roof established. So hopping over to our classrooms, our song and dance right now is prepping for ceiling grid. And in order for us to prep for ceiling grid, we have to make sure that our life safety parameters are in place, such as smoke walls. We have a lot of work left to do, like that right there where you've got cracking in your brick. We've got to make that sealed tight so that smoke cannot pass through the partition. And that is what all of our tradesmen have really been focusing on this week. Fire sprinkler, plumbing, mechanical, and electrical all. We also have started our tiling efforts. So if we walk into a single bath over here, you can see that we have our wall tile in place. Looks really good. And we're gonna walk down here to our gang bathroom, where you can see that our tile tradesman has started to make up his mortar bed. A mortar bed is a supplement to your concrete floor, and your tile guys in large areas of tile like to use a mortar bed instead of relying on the concrete subcontractor to provide the adequate slope for his tiling. So you can see that here. Here's our ladies' bathroom. We've got a recess. And as we make our way into the boys' bathroom, you will see that these guys have made up the mortar bed and sloped it to all of our floor drains. What's up, guys? Just showing everybody what we're doing. Look at this. So you can see he's sloping that. Oh man, that's a view. He is sloping this mortar bed towards that floor drain right there. These guys can pack that down smooth as they go. Hopping down here to our classroom that we talked about where our glass was going in. You can see from the inside what that looks like. Nothing crazy. You can see that they've installed our glass and they've already taped up for the installation of their joint sealants around the perimeter so that it is watertight. So that's the big things going on with St. Simon's. We are gunning for ceiling grid next week, which we hope to get started and complete in all of our classrooms before the week of the 4th. That will allow us to set all of our ceiling grid devices like lights, fire alarm, and HVAC diffusers into place while our ceiling grid contractor is on break. The other big thing that we want to achieve between now and then is getting all of our glass in our windows. That is the weekly update.